In this video, we'll be taking a look at 5 NFL games happening on September 28, 2025, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 10 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets. As we provide these videos on a daily basis, I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 5 NFL games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start: if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Carolina Panthers versus New England Patriots. The Carolina Panthers and New England Patriots square off Sunday at Gillette Stadium. Carolina is still one of the league's worst squads. Much like last year, sure, they'll be underdogs almost every week, but that doesn't mean the Patriots deserve all the chalk. New England hasn't been dominant, their pass defense has had issues, and their offense fails to finish drives. In fact, in 2 of their first 3 games, the Pats scored 14 points or fewer. The Patriots are 0-5 straight up and against the spread in their last 5 games as favorites. They haven't won as a favorite since September 2023. The Panthers, meanwhile, have quietly covered 7 of their last 10 games and are 9-2 against the spread in their last 11 when underdogs of 3 or more. As our first pick for this matchup, the Carolina Panthers to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. On the flip side, the early metrics through 3 weeks suggest Josh McDaniels' offense is better than expected, ranking inside the top 12 to 15 in success rate and expected points added per play in non-garbage time. The Panthers' defense has not been stingy. They surrendered 53 combined points to Jacksonville and Arizona in weeks 1 and 2. New England's defense shows flashes, but it lacks depth in the back end, especially without Christian Gonzalez. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. New Orleans Saints versus Buffalo Bills. The Bills have a chance to keep their perfect start alive this Sunday when Josh Allen and company host the Saints. New Orleans comes in looking to rebound from a blowout loss, but this is a tough spot. The Bills are 3-0 and have dropped 30 or more points in each game. The Saints, meanwhile, have allowed 70 points over their last 2 games. Still, covering more than 2 scores is a stretch, especially with a few key starters possibly missing time. New Orleans has been beaten badly before, but their prior losses, each by a touchdown, look more reflective of where they are now. A road trip to Buffalo early in the season is less taxing than it would be in December, and the Bills failed to cover as heavy favorites last week. As our first pick for this matchup, the New Orleans Saints to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. On offense, the Saints are near the bottom in expected points added per play and success rate, and they're unlikely to lean on the run much against Buffalo's softer rush defense, especially if Buffalo jumps ahead early. New Orleans has struggled with penalties and turnovers, and I don't see that getting cleaned up quickly. Meanwhile, with a lead, Buffalo will likely lean on the ground game in the second half to bleed the clock. All of that points toward a game that stays under. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Philadelphia Eagles versus Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The defending Super Bowl champs, the Eagles, pulled off a huge comeback last Sunday, erasing a 26-7 deficit to edge the Rams 33-26 to improve to 3-0. Philadelphia now heads down to Tampa to take on the 3-0 Buccaneers, who needed a last-second field goal to escape the Jets 29-27. Tampa Bay has now rallied to win in the final minute in 3 straight games, but they'll be down Pro Bowl wide receiver Mike Evans, sidelined for multiple weeks with a hamstring issue. Tampa Bay led New York 23-6 heading into the 4th quarter, but the Jets outscored them 21-3 to take a 27-26 lead on a blocked field goal returned for a touchdown. The Eagles themselves were saved by a blocked field goal last week, returning that to the house to deny the Rams a win. Looking ahead, Philly pays extra mind to their trips down to Raymond James Stadium. They lost there in the 2023 wildcard round 32-9 as 3-point favorites, and got blown out 33-16 last September. But since then, the Eagles have gone 19-1, and they've covered 14 of those 20 games. Tampa Bay is 0-3 when Evans is absent. As our first pick for this matchup, the Philadelphia Eagles to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Philly went under in their first 2 games, holding Kansas City to 17 in that Super Bowl rematch. Last week against the Rams was their first over, with a combined 57 points on a 45.5 total. That 45.5 line was actually the lowest they've seen, after 2 47.5 game totals in weeks 1 and 2. Meanwhile, Tampa has followed a similar total pattern early. They hit under in back-to-back road wins at Atlanta and Houston. Then last week's wild finish pushed them over against New York. The Bucs have also gone over in 7 of their last 10 home games. The head-to-head history is interesting. Since 2023, they've met 3 times. The Eagles won in Philly 25-11, Tampa won 32-9 in the wild card, and last year's blowout 33-16. In the games Evans has missed, Tampa hit the over 2 of 3 times. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Jacksonville Jaguars versus San Francisco 49ers. The Jacksonville Jaguars will look to build off their 17-10 home win over Houston in Week 3 when they travel to take on San Francisco. The 49ers have rattled off 3 straight wins after dropping their season opener, while Jacksonville has yet to win on the road this year. San Francisco boasts the 3rd best defense in the league, and the Jaguars have never beaten them. The Jaguars' early results are respectable, but they've faced Carolina, Cincinnati, and Houston so far. That doesn't exactly scream elite resume. I want to see more before fully believing in them. The 49ers may be banged up, but they still find ways to win behind a stout defense and a top-tier passing game. This matchup will show how serious Jacksonville is. As our first pick for this matchup, the San Francisco 49ers to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. San Francisco is giving up just 15 points per game through 3 weeks, leaning heavily on a disciplined front 7 that holds opponents to about 3.8 yards per carry and forces long, clock-eating drives. Jacksonville's offense has been up and down. If Trevor Lawrence is pressured into 3rd and longs, their scoring could stagnate. Meanwhile, with San Fran leaning on McCaffrey to control the ground and Jacksonville trying to answer with Travis Etienne, both teams are likely to emphasize ball control. That formula suggests fewer possessions, sustained drives, and a game that leans toward the under. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Indianapolis Colts versus Los Angeles Rams. On Sunday, the Indianapolis Colts hit the road to play the Los Angeles Rams at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Expectations for Indianapolis weren't high prior to the season. The quarterback battle in preseason was tight between Anthony Richardson and Daniel Jones. When Richardson got hurt early in the preseason, Jones took over and has now led the Colts to 3 straight wins. The Colts beat Miami and Denver at home. Then they blew out Tennessee 41-20 as 6-point road favorites. Colts running back Jonathan Taylor leads the NFL in rushing yards and scored 3 touchdowns in that Tennessee game. The Rams come back home after a gutting loss in Philadelphia last week. They blew a 26-7 lead to lose 33-26 when a last-second blocked field goal was returned for a touchdown. Los Angeles has already played 3 games versus American Football Conference South teams this year, beating Houston and Tennessee. In those wins, they allowed 28 points each time, and they gave up 7 points in the first half versus Philadelphia, but allowed 26 in the second half. Indianapolis's early schedule has been soft. They've faced 3 teams ranked in the bottom half in total yards per game. The Rams, by contrast, sit 5th in that metric. Meanwhile, Los Angeles has faced teams that rank near the bottom in yardage. The Rams are 3-1 in their last 4 games as home favorites since 2024. The Colts are in a 2-1 4 straight-up stretch and 4-2 against the spread as road underdogs over their last 6 such outings. Since 2013, 3-0 teams listed as road underdogs are just 3-11 against the spread, and 10 of those losses came by 8+ points. Maybe I'm just not sold on Daniel Jones, but I don't believe in what he's sold so far. Yes, the Colts are unbeaten, but some of those wins were tight or against weak opponents. The Rams have a stout defense, and I expect them to bring pressure to Jones. I like Los Angeles to get back on track and hand Indianapolis their first loss. As our first pick for this matchup, the Los Angeles Rams to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. This is the highest total these two have seen all season. The Colts have scored at least 29 points in each of their 3 wins, including 41 in that rout of Tennessee. In Week 1, Indianapolis stayed under 46.5 in their win over Miami, 33-8. The over has hit in the last 2 weeks, 29-8-28 versus Denver on a tight 43 line, and 41-20 versus Tennessee. The Rams have also cleared the over in back-to-back games after an early under in Week 1. Against Houston, they won 14-9, then blew past the over versus Tennessee in last week's 33-26 loss in Philadelphia. Both teams rank in the top 6 in yards per game, although both have faced weak defenses to date. The Rams have scored 2, 3, and 2 touchdowns in their games, leaning on field goals in key moments. Indianapolis reversed course after a field goal-heavy game versus Denver, scoring 5 touchdowns versus Tennessee. The Colts are riding a 5-0 over streak in road games, and in that stretch they've given up 24-plus points 4 times. Neither team has seen a truly explosive offense yet. Given how both like to push tempo and force defenses to react, this total suggests a high-scoring affair. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.